All right, everybody. If you are seeing this video, thank you so much for taking the time to look at what we call PodPro. PodPro is an app created for podcasters to be able to do a lot of their pre-production and production all together. So essentially, you can come in, you can do templates for your episodes, keep all of your notes together, be able to have your guests, whenever they come in, look at your notes, see what questions they would like to ask, see if they want to put their own type of notes on there so that way they can remember what they're going to say for those questions. And we do have a timer, so whenever you are on that episode, you can actually see your notes as well as keep track of what's going on. So what this does is this actually helps cut down on time. It helps cuts down on what you're saying, trying to remember what you're saying. And in doing so, it actually keeps you a little bit more efficient, a little more effective. It also allows you to keep everything all together for every episode, and it's simple for exporting out. So if you need all of your notes together, it's all right there. Then you export it out for whenever you do your show notes for people to see. So just to come in, this is actually for a podcast that I don't have out just yet, but to do a full main walkthrough, you will have your Pod Pro as soon as you log in. And actually, what I will do is I will log out first. So, this is the first page that you're going to see as soon as you get to the website. You'll scroll down, you'll either sign up, or if you already have an account, you can log in here. Obviously, I already have an account, so I just go in, log in, and we're going to come to first one that I have is my weekly natters. So in order, let's say you have multiple podcasts and you're trying to switch between them, you just come, you click on the logo up here. Do apologize. You just come up and click on the logo. You can either create a new podcast or you can look at the ones that you have before. So, for example, this is the one that I have that has the most episodes. It's called Auto Talk with Jazz. I'll just scroll down here, and what I will do is I'll see click on the new episode, and obviously I don't have any upcoming episodes. So let's say you want to go ahead and do one from scratch. So then you'll put the title, you'll put the guest, whoever you're collaborating with, the topic. If you don't have any of this, you can actually go back in and change it. You can also put what is your record date when you're airing it. You can go back and change those as well. You'll just click next. Next thing, or what you'll see next is your outline plan. This right here allows you to customize it. So, for example, let's say we're going to do 30 minutes. That's usually my goal for everything. So, I'll put intro. You'll type out your intro here. You can put, for me, I go straight into the main point of what it is. And a lot of times I'll say that with the intro. Oh, do apologize. You don't have to move it over. You can just click on it. And then you can do your sub point, another sub point, and another sub point. I usually do three different ones. It may be this is what we're talking about, this is some of the issues, these are the solutions. And then obviously, what I'll do is the outro, and then we'll go from there. So, the thing that I do like about this is if I try to come here and click on it, it won't allow me to move forward because you're not at 30 minutes yet. You're only at 6 minutes. So what you can do is you can come up here. You can essentially say, okay, this is 5 minutes. I usually put both of these as 5 minutes. So now you're at 14. You're still not able to move forward. Then I would say this is probably going to be 3 minutes, that's 16, which then would leave me with, actually, I'll put 2 just to make it simple. And then that will leave me with 5, 5, and 5. Now, so you have all that. It still won't allow you to move forward. Oh, am I off on my numbers? So then what we can do is we can add this, and I believe I can move it around. So then we can put 3 here, and now we're at 30. So you do not have to type anything through here. Advertising could be anything. It could be a company you're working with. It could be for your own uh, services, your call to action. It could be anything. So in all of these, you don't have to use, obviously, like I didn't use guest for this one because sometimes I have guest on, sometimes I don't. And if I have a guest on here, then maybe during my intro or in between my intro, I can put in here guest. Also, let's say that you have, let's say we add guest and it's all the way down here. And we're going to move it up. Oh, we're going to move it between intro and main point. And let's say that we have now gone over. That means we would need to add more minutes. So let's say if I have a guest on here, I still want to do 30 minutes. Well, maybe I'll take the main point out. So then I'll do here and I'll remove it. And so now we're at 29 minutes, which means I would put 2 minutes here. And now we're back at 30. So it's very simple. This is the website. So this is actually what you would see if you were on your computer trying to do this. And then we would just click save. It'll say welcome, congratulations. And then it'll tell you the things that you can do from the main page. So now that we have our outline done, we can go ahead and run it. Or, like I said before, you can actually edit the episode. So let's say you don't like the title. Let's say you have a different guest or you need to remove the guest. Or maybe your dates are different. So then that means you can come here, save those edits, come here, edit the outline, and let's say you didn't have the guest this time. You don't have the guest this time, and maybe you want to go back in and add your main points. Then you can just go back in and add the main point. So main point is here. Move it back where it was. And now you add the amount of time, and now you're back at 30. And then you just save it, click on it. So now you're good to go. If you do have a guest, or let's say you have a co-person on here, whatever, you then get to have a link that you can send to everybody. So let's say you have this link, you are trying to get this person access to this thing. It'll access the chat room. You create the link. Here is the link. And now everybody has access to this. Like they actually have access to it. Oop, I am trying to see everything. There we go. So now you have the chat room. You can put your name on there, everything of like that. And then what you can also do is come back here and let's say you want to go ahead and run it. So you would say it tells you how to do everything. You would then come in and start your episode. So now you're talking, you're talking, you're talking. You're at the, oh, give me 1 second. Let's go back because as you can see, this didn't change. So then you would go back edit the outline, edit intro, and then you would save. And now you can go in and run it. And what this does is it actually tells you, hey, this is how much time you have until this. So as you can see, it shows your countdown and it shows how long you have for your intro. Let's say you're talking, you're talking, you're talking. You realize that you didn't do your full 5 minutes. You can then just skip. And then you are talking, you're talking, you're talking. It actually adds the time that you didn't use for the intro. It'll add to your main point, and you can actually keep going until you get to the end. And then you can pause it. If you are still going, it'll still continue, and then you'll go back. And at that point, you now know how much time it took you for this one. It actually tells you how to edit or view the link collab. You actually can access the chat room, everything of that sort. And let's say you want to go back to the main view. This is what it shows you on your main page. What your upcoming episode is, what the outline looks like, and you can actually do your collab tracker, which actually tells you who you're going to collab, like who you're collaborating with. So, like, let's say you're going to come on my podcast. So, I would just come and add you, add your information. And then what I would do is come and let's say you said, oh, yeah, this is the person I've contacted. This is the person they said that they're interested. Okay, well, now I have your information. I've contacted you. Now you said, okay, I want to come on. Now I'm able to put you as scheduled. I'm actually able to add those notes on here of what day you're on, the whole 9 yards, and I can probably send this to you from your link. So then at that point, you'll have your link, you'll have that you're scheduled, and then I can put on here that you've been recorded. And then it'll all stay here, and obviously you can start adding more people, the whole 9 yards. And then you can just go back. So this is very good with keeping track of everything, keeping track of your outlines, keeping track of how long it takes you for things, how long it takes you, who you've had on here for what episode you had on there, what topics you're supposed to be talking about, and you can also add members. So let's say you have a team of people. Let's say your editor needs to see what notes you were talking about. Well, you can add them to here and they'll have access to different things. So you have add your member, send them an invite. You can send them an invite, and then they'll have access to this. And then, obviously, for right now, this is beta testing, so you would have no subscription dashboard just yet. But yeah, so you have this is how you would do it. Also, you can add your logo. So this one is my Auto Talk with Jazz. So I would just click on it. This is my old logo, but it'll still work. So now that's where I would be able to click on. Again, you would just click on this, and if I wanted to switch, go to Killer Lyrics, it will send you to the actual page that you're already on. And like I said, I would be able to come over here. Here's my Killer Lyrics logo and have that here. All right. And then, like I said, here's your templates. So for me, you can actually create your own template or you can just start from scratch. Either or is fine. You do not have to force it on here. You don't have to do anything like that. So you have essentially everything that you're needing in order to see like what all you've done, what all you need, where is everything going, all of that. And then if you are on the view calendar, let's say you've already aired it, then at that point you just come over to, do apologize, I just game out. You can go to your view all of your calendar, and then you get to see what you have on here, and then you go back to main. So now it's there for you to see. You can click on the episode and go from there. All right. And that is it for this. I hope you this helped you out. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to come back and let us know. You can also send your feedback over here. You can say if it's an immediate action, yes or no. Tell us what you love. Tell us what you hate. What would you like to see added or different? For example, there is a couple of podcasters like myself who have multiple podcasts. So whenever I first started this and first came on, this was added on. And so we do try to make sure that everybody who needs something can come in and tell us what it is that they're needing, what why is it important, or what are some of the things that you've seen on other apps that maybe we can go ahead and integrate to this and make it easy for you. All right, so like I said, thank you so much for looking into this. I look forward to hearing about y'all's experiences with this, and also hopefully this helps you with toning down and actually getting everything together faster and more efficiently. Have a good rest of your day.